To make a better interaction work, you have to ask the right questions. For instance, I'm getting my second vaccine on Sunday, but I didn't get it by simply walking in and rolling into a walk-in. No, it took a little time. But I asked the questions, hey, do you have walk-ins here at my local New York City Health and Hospitals Plus? Can I get it here? What's the requirement here? Well, guess what? They didn't have it that day. I came back a week later and I got my first shot because I asked the right questions, because they started to remember me. I always thought that those hours where I get to see the teacher, I forget what they're called now. But the office hours, so to speak, those are valuable. You get to, maybe stand out, but you get to really see your family, your teacher, your professor in a different way. You get to talk to them outside of the classroom. Interacting and asking questions is how we're going to create a better normal. I think pre-pandemic, we were all too busy to ask the right questions of each other, to get to know each other more. We became too dependent on the phone. I think coming out of the pandemic, we are so hungry for interaction. I want to give you a couple pro tips to adapt to that, to become more extroverted. And my other experience with asking questions comes at Zuccotti Park today. Yes, that Zuccotti Park in New York City. Got to see some rollerbladers just rolling on through Zuccotti. But instead of just watching them, I actually approached them and said, hey, what are you guys about? I rollerblade. What are you guys about? Well, there's a cool page I want you to check out. Roll Models. ROLL Models. And then Thursday Night Skate. All one word. Thursday Night Skate. They're hanging out. They're skating. They did from Union Square to downtown Manhattan today. But I only got to know that because I asked the questions of getting to those people. So let's utilize the time we have now to really talk to each other. Let's not get back in the habit of burying our heads in the phone. And let's have a not just new normal, a better normal out of this, as we get out of this pandemic. We're not out of it. In fact, I see states have 44% COVID rate again, 5 of them. But I also look at the competing of the vaccinations, the race to vaccinate. We've gone from the space race to the vaccination race in our own country this time. We're literally racing a pandemic. And are we going to beat them? Beat the pandemic? Beat the virus? Beat it out? I believe we can. I believe we really can. And then I believe that will lead to more fans in the stands. I believe in more people coming back to New York City. I hope. Real estate, I'm still iffy about. But I hope that we can have a great time this summer, a vaccinated time. And then some. And then I hope it empowers you to not be afraid to ask the right questions. Because if we're all not afraid to ask to get to know each other again, we will 1,000% watching Michael Conforto's hit by pitch leaning. Pretty wild what's going on there. But anyway, for the Mets. Anyway, I don't think that this has to be a new normal. I think we could just call it a better normal. And asking the questions, the right ones to really get to know each other again, that'll make it a ginormous normal. I'm Alex Garrett. We'll talk to you soon. And remember, we're always adapting. Thanks to Keenan Gandhi for joining me yesterday, by the way, on Adapting with Alex Garrett. Loved having him. As always, love having all the guests that we have on. And we'll talk to you soon. Take care.